right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope your watch potency is doing all right, and I hope you have your notebooks out. You're gonna have to take some lecture notes. We have just so much to cover today. I know there's a big concern in the watch community about watch potency, and I hope your watch potency is doing well. Now, my personal watch potency is doing very well, but I have detected a problem. And we're working on this problem in the Watch Potency Lab. We have researchers, with PhDs, doctorates in this this subject matter. They're working on this. Here's the problem. I have very high potency levels, 9.2 out of 10, and yet I'm still craving more timepieces, about 6 at least. And this does not make any sense because our research had us going down this road where we believed that watch potency would protect us from desiring new watches. We believed there was a connection between watch potency and watch satiety, and we're now questioning that. We're working furiously and with great rigor in the lab, and I just want you to know working on that quite a bit, and we'll get back to you shortly when we figure out why that's been a problem. There's a second problem that we have identified regarding watch potency, and your watch potency can get out of control, ladies and gentlemen, and it can become a condition known as timepiece anaphylaxis. Let me say that again, timepiece anaphylaxis. I'm going to go into this later in this presentation. Get your lecture notes out. We have a lot to cover today. But we are going to talk about timepiece anaphylaxis in a condition that comes out of watch potency. Okay, now speaking of watch potency, this is my second try at a very potent Citizen watch, a very well executed Citizen watch. This is a Citizen Promaster GPS diver. Now the model number is CC5001-00W. What are you, working customer service, just giving out model? That's disgusting. Well, this is an Echo Drive F150, and that's the movement. Let's see, this was on sale for $650, Joma Shop, and I couldn't resist because it had sapphire. I was thinking of the Frogman, but I don't know. According to my research, GPS is better than the radio control. I don't know. I still kind of want a Frogman. In any event, this uses grade 5 super titanium anti-scratch Duratect. It measures 47. It's a spaceship, I tell you. It's a flying saucer. You're on the X-Files when you wear this. It's 52 lug to lug. It's 15.5 millimeters thickness. It weighs 116 grams. Now, I was on Random Rob's comparison of the Rangeman and the Frogman, and this has the exact weight of the Frogman, and also almost identical dimensions. But this has sapphire, and it has GPS, so I don't know, I went with it. And you want to know something crazy? It's almost exactly the the dimension of that Frogman, and the exact weight. I just can't believe it. In any event, if you get one of these watches, you're going to need to know 3 simple functions. Number 1, you're going to want to stand outside with this watch. You're going to want to hold the upper right pusher for about 3 seconds. And you're going to want the upper, it says RX TME, and you're going to want to wait for the second hand to point at it. And I just walked away from the watch. I went back inside for a minute and I let it do its thing. It was on Japan time when I had it, and then when I walked out a minute later, it was Pacific Coast time. It was an hour behind because it wasn't on daylight savings, and so I pulled out the crown, I pressed the lower right pusher, and I just toggled back and forth between daylight savings. For the power reserve, you just press the top pusher for a second, and you'll get the power indicator. Then you press it again to go back to your time. So now there is a diver function in which you you simultaneously press the pushers so that you lock in all your features. But I'm not going to use that. I mean, if I were wrestling a 15-foot tiger shark while swimming in off the shores of Maui, I don't think I'd be worried about I don't think I'd be worried about diver mode at that point. That's very doubtful. Let me see. I don't know if this watch is for everyone because of the size and because it's not a mechanical movement. I have to tell you guys something. Most people watching this video, I think it's wrong to say you're watch obsessed, generically speaking. In my experience, your real obsession is diver mechanical. And that's the true obsession. And so this is a diver, but it's not mechanical. And so could this be a problem for a lot of you guys? I mean, this is solar powered. And this brings us to an important discussion that we have to talk about. Not only is there the watch potency principle, there is the watch connection principle. And you can't understand the watch connection principle unless you understand cars. Yes, cars. If you love mechanical diver watches and you understand cars and transmissions, you're going to understand the watch connection principle. Let me explain to you. If you love the pure experience of driving a car, you probably want a BMW M3. But it's not really an M3 unless it has a manual transmission, a stick. You're engaging with the car. You're connected with one of the most purest sports cars ever made, a BMW M3. I mean, if you're driving a Porsche, forgive me. I mean, if you're using paddle shifters or automatic, I don't know, man. That's got to be a stick. A BMW or a Porsche, you got to be using a stick for the pure experience. And as far as that goes, you're going to need to have the pure experience. Don't even waste your time with a solar. Get yourself a BMW M3. This is one of the purest under $1,000 watch experience connections you're going to have. This is an SPB 143 on an original Tropic. Much smaller than the previous watch. This is 40.5, but this is automatic and it's stick shift. Now, if you really wanted a top grade, not automatic, manual stick shift. If you want automatic, God, why do you keep saying automatic? Are you automatically? All right, manual stick. I think to have an SLA 047 or an 017, one of the SLA versions of this, now you're in business. Now you got a real M3. This is not an M3 because of the movement's not going to be as good. Now there is a new version of this, and I think Escapement Watches did an excellent review. There's a new version with anodized aluminum, and I don't know, the movement's supposed to be upgraded. I don't know. Over there at Escapement Watches, he said the movement should probably render similar accuracy as this 6R35. But in any event, this is an example of a manual stick shift. You're getting top level connection to your watch. So if you don't have this, then get the new one. Get the new one. Slightly smaller. And but this is going to be your manual transmission for ultimate connection. Now, what's going to be your bottom level connection? It's going to be a straight quartz. A straight quartz like the Seiko Tuna here, SBBN 049. This, you are driving a Buick Riviera on the boulevard. You're plodding around town in a straight quartz diver. It's a very bittersweet experience. I mean, you have, in this tuna, you have the distinction and build quality of an $8,000 watch. Yes, it's true. Not to mention the best loom in town. You're the loom sheriff when you wear this watch. But it's quartz. It's quartz. Now, this is an automatic transmission. Let's go to the paddle shifters. The paddle shifters is mid-level connection. Mid-level connection. Here, you're getting some connection, believe it or not. You know, I wore this watch Sunday morning. Took my hour walk around Southwest Torrance as I navigated my way out of the pit bulls coming out of their front yards. Saliva hitting me. Fangs bared. In any event, I wrote a short story about that. But, so this is mid-level because you are feeding the watch as you commune with nature, as sunlight hits the watch. This is a paddle shifter. You are in your Honda Pilot using the paddle shifters, getting a sort of semi-connection with the watch. So I just want you guys to know there are levels of connection. There are levels of potency. And I want to make sure you know that before you purchase your watch. I mean, just because I've been obsessed with divers for now 20 years doesn't mean I should assume that everyone has immersed themselves in the fever swamp and come in and out of the fever swamp as much as I have to come back with such clarity, such insight into the hobby. I hope you're taking notes. Now, the build quality of the Citizen is exceptional. You know, I've had other Citizen Echo drivers. I've had other titaniums. I had something, I called it, what did I call it? The Ashtray-Zilla. I called it the Retro-Zilla. That one, the second hand, did not tick precisely on the indices. This one does. This one, the quality of the titanium is insane. Now, I read a review of the red version of this, which is exactly the same watch. Just has this weird red dial, which I don't like. But they said something interesting about this this watch. They said that the quality and the shape of the case, they said, was very Planet Ocean. Wow, okay, I'll take that. I don't know. I only wore a Planet Ocean for a week when Lee let me wear his. Man, I enjoyed wearing that thing, but I don't know if I'd want to wear that thing every day. I don't know. I liked it, though. It was like being able to have a BMW M3 for a week in my house. I'm not sure. I don't know if I could take that much dopamine every day. I don't know. That's a whole nother video. I don't know. So I also had a titanium mechanical diver. Very good. But I called that one the Frogzilla. That one was sort of a fingerprint monster and a I don't know, it fogged up. I don't know, it was weird. That that titanium looked different depending on the moisture levels in the air or the dry or your fingerprints. It was weird. This one doesn't have any of those problems, smudges and discolorations. Ooh. The bezel action is 120 clicks, no wobble, no play, nothing. Very satisfying. Oh, this is music for the Timepiece addict. This is like listening to Rachmaninoff's Second Symphony, the third movement. Ah, ASMR for the watch obsessive. Okay, as I said, the second hand ticks wonderfully. The loom is excellent. I'd say it's as good as a Seiko S PB143, not on tuna level. And we got to get to the flying saucer effect. I mean, you are wearing a flying saucer on your wrist when you wear something like this, and I can't recommend this watch unless your wrist is at least 7.5 inches. Now, once you start wearing watches this size, there's a danger. Remember the robot on Lost in Space? Danger, danger, Will. So we do have a danger, a warning. This can bring you down a rabbit hole called the oversized compensation hero watch. If you can end up looking like you're trying too hard. You can go into a state of delirium with a watch this size, and then your wrist inflames. There's an inflammation, and then your wrist looks like a giant cartoon character. And this is a serious risk for all timepiece enthusiasts. And I have a name for this condition. When your wrist inflames and you look like you're trying too hard, it's called timepiece anaphylaxis. Timepiece anaphylaxis. There's an inflammation, a swelling, in which you look ridiculous, lugubrious, needy, emotionally impoverished. And to counteract these effects, you are going to need an anaphylaxis EpiPen auto-injector. Oh yes, you're going to need, let me repeat this, you're going to need an anaphylaxis EpiPen auto-injector. This will be a smallish mechanical diver, something like the 40.5 millimeter Seiko 62 Moss. If you get this in an SLA version, you know, as I make this video, I just have to stop. I think all of us should just sell all of our watches and get a 62 Moss SLA. I don't, you know, get them, and that's it. Just wear that every day. That's because now we're done. Then we've just, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to shut this video down to get to. I got work to do, son. I need to get an SLA 62 Moss. This is all this other stuff is piffle paffle, bro. All right. Anyway, so I think he's serious. Yeah. Anyway, you start feeling. Now, here's the beauty of wearing this watch. As soon as you put this on, you start feeling relief from the effects of timepiece anaphylaxis. Oh, yes. By the way, I love saying that word, timepiece anaphylaxis. In fact, when we make a movie of how crazy we are, there's going to be some guy sleeping, and he's having a dream, and this voice whispers, timepiece anaphylaxis. And that'll be the opening scene. Oh, yeah, you got the movie going on. I need some software to write some movie scripts on this computer. Recommend any good software for Windows? In any event, you put this beautiful 62 Moss on, and the symptoms of anaphylaxis, they go away immediately. And once they go away, I recommend you just wear this for 3 days straight to ensure proper recovery. You know what's crazy about making this video? I swear to God, I made this video with an intention of doing a review of the giant flying saucer GPS, and it morphed into me wanting to sell all my watches and get an SLA 62 Moss. That was insane, McMahon. Right? You did that live on TV. Oh yeah, live on TV. You're fat, McMahon. Go work out. All right, I'm out of here. You tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, I'm out.